Church here in Somerville. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to be entertained by Mr. Wally Butts. Nice to see you, Wally. Wally comes from Upper New York State, although he lives here in Boston, Massachusetts now. His poetry has been published in several magazines. He's been published in the Berkeley Poetry Review, the Cincinnati Poetry Review, the Mid-American Poetry Review, Poet Lore, and South Coast Poetry Journal. In 1986, Wally was selected as a poet finalist by the Artist Foundation for the Massachusetts Fellowship Program. Would you please welcome Wally Butts?
It's great to be doing this with Monk. It reminds me of in 1975 when I saw Tom Hanks opening up for Bonnie Raitt. I can't speak for myself. This book came out at the end of December, and so what I'm going to do tonight is a little bit different because I've been reading a lot from it. I'm kind of interested in going into some newer poems and poems completed after the publication, just after the manuscript was finished, actually. So I'm going to read one poem from this, and then go into some newer, more recent things. I have a book there, I'd love to sell it to anyone who's interested. This is the last, the book is called The Required Dance, and it's in 5 sections. And the last section is called Traveling with the Spirit. And this is the final poem in that section. It's called Poem for Richard Hugo. Hugo was a wonderful writer who had great influence on me, and I traveled out to Montana in the summer of 1982, and this poem emerged out of that experience. Poem for Richard Hugo. 1. Montana Rescue Mission. If we sang the hymns and prayed, we ate the poor meal. At night, women rose in our sleep like angels in childhood. Children laughed, and money blessed our arms. When we woke, no women floated through the dank stench of rotting mattresses. If children laughed, they gnashed their teeth and jeered. Any grain of cigarette was a currency we could believe. Mornings in the tan air and dust, we sat looking at the earth before us and tried to think of simple ways to save our lives. In that alley behind the blue stucco mission, we knew eternity now said there was no hope. Wind from the plains swirled heat over our failures, and each day lingered homeless. If mountains mattered, they pointed a permanent direction to a heaven we couldn't see. When we sang, our voices cracked. When we prayed, we didn't mean it. 2. Believe me so. Believe in a voice of stone, then listen for its one true sound, echo from water. Names are what we live by, call the world forever. Believe this is so because you have made certain it will go on. Remember the woman who haunts the river. The sand in your throat is her last song, and trope of every spring. Summer in Montana, you were dying. I could not see you. I turned east like a plains Indian hunting mystic truth. Missoula to Billings, I wandered telling sacred skies it's wrong. Black nights on the prairie, unseen and evil creatures made their terrible noises. Antelope soared over fields at dawn, horses raced through mountain wind, and mothers fed their sons. We need a spirit, water one of them, and a covenant. Be kind, live your life as if it were a promise you had to keep or die. These poems sometimes going to move through, experiences like that, relationships. I work with adolescents in treatment, drug and alcohol. And this point emerged out of that experience. It's called St. Kevin's Mass for Alcoholics. During the sermon, the priest says Lucifer is like a pawnbroker, the king of spades behind a black wrought iron gate, and wonders what stories could be told about those who left their possessions by examining the objects. He speaks of the inevitable mandolin and future's uncertainty. They bring gifts of chalice and plate to the altar, and Aretha Franklin, whose voice not even a scratchy 45 can harm, sings, "Go tell it out of mountain." It is then they climb tone deaf out of the wash of bourbon and cheap wine, some memory of childhood chorus trilling in their ears until the last drunk slips from stone to water. I grew up, Martin was saying, in rural upstate New York, and we have a lot of my poems still. I have a lot of unfinished business back there that I keep going back to when I work, even my more recent things. This poem is called Murder in Judge City, and very close to where I live, there's a little village of about 100 people. And in 1922, there were 4 murders in the town, and the police did this expensive manhunt that lasted for about 4 or 5 years, and they never found the person responsible for the murders. But what they determined was that the same person had committed all 4 murders, and that person probably still lived in this little town of 100 people. Murder in Judge City. We can't believe the search won't end, and the police guess one of us stole the money hidden in old coffee tins and cookie jars, took it to town and drank until the bartender cursed his coin. Dogs turn weak with winter and line by their entrance to the only street, their yellow, milky stares gone mad. They know, they snarl and bark. 4 dead, there's no way out. Each of us wonders why he was born here and what sin won't let him leave. This life must be forbidden and should be punished. How else can we fill the church? The police were right. Tonight, someone lies crazed on a cold attic floor, while another mourns the sister she buried today and cannot forgive. The lights in our bedrooms are lit, and windows shine like eyes of insomniacs. The police were wrong. There is that simple fact about who we are, etched like an epitaph within the sleep we wake from.